Does Ed Sheeran really only know 4 chords? Let's find out. For those of you that don't know me, I can be quite cynical, especially when it comes to musicians and guitar players.
Just because I am cynical doesn't mean I am wrong.
But maybe you are?
What I thought would be interesting is to explore some of my cynical opinions and see if they're actually accurate or not, or if it's just complete cynicism, if I'm way off base and need to change my cynical views in certain ways. Sometimes I might be right. Often I dare say I'm going to be wrong.
I mean, the odds against your being right are staggering.
For the first one, let's have a look at Ed Sheeran. My cynical view on Ed Sheeran is that he only knows 4 chords, 4 different chord shapes. The way that we're going to explore this is I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me 5 random Ed Sheeran songs. And then we're going to look through the chords of the tunes from Ultimate Guitar and see if he does use more than 4 chord shapes. What constitutes a chord shape? So I know sometimes he'll play a C major and then he'll also play a C9. I think of these chords as being interchangeable and not the same chord because they don't sound the same, but they are interchangeable. So between a C and a C9, I don't think that counts. The whole shape would have to be a completely different shape. So I'm saying that he knows 4 essential chord shapes, essentially. So let's have a look at what we have. So this wasn't stated in the video, but this is the prompt that I put into ChatGPT to generate the 5 random Ed Sheeran songs. The prompt goes, thinking of all Ed Sheeran has ever released, give me 5 random songs. Not hits necessarily, just 5 random songs from his entire discography. And this is what it spat out. The 5 songs are Sunburn, Grade 8, Touch and Go, Cold Coffee, and Make It Rain. To be honest, I haven't heard any of these songs and I haven't taught any of these songs. So these are going to be completely random. I don't know what chords are going to be in these songs. So it would be interesting. The first one is Sunburn. So let's go to Ultimate Guitar. Let's go to the most rated chord chart. In typical Ed fashion, there's going to be a capo, of course. I've got it handy, ready to go. Let's have a look at Sunburn. Just as a public service announcement, this isn't a video on how to play these songs. I'm really just looking at the individual chord shapes. I haven't ever played these songs, taught these songs, looked at these songs before. And so we're really just going through the chord shapes, nothing else. Cheers. C, D, and G. So how many chord shapes? We've got 1 for the G, 2 for the C, 3 for the D. So far he's got 3. And then he's got the E minor. They're pretty much the 4 chords I think he knows that he uses for most songs. They work really well together. I don't blame him using these chords. If I wanted to sell lots of records and stadiums, I would use these same chords. And it's the same all the way through. And again, no discredit to that. It's a strong songwriting tool. If you've got a chord progression that sounds good, just keep using that. Okay, so we're up to 4 chords, and that's the first song. So here we go. What was the next song? Grade 8. So let's have a look at that. Okay, so this song, we have a capo 3rd fret again. We've got an E minor. We had that before. G, we had that one last time. C, we had that one last time. And then we've got A minor. So he's up to 5. So that's the 5th chord. So technically I'm wrong. Probably not too far off. However, pretty close. So I'll give him that one. He knows an A minor. He won't just play the same old chords. He doesn't introduce any other new chords in this song, I don't think. No. Okay. So I'm definitely wrong.
You're wrong. Embrace your wrongness.
I couldn't find anything on Touch and Go. I don't know why it's not on Ultimate Guitar. It's just not. Cold Coffee. And we'll go through the most highly rated, so that's 733. So capo second fret. So he's playing an E major chord for this one. So that's different than the E minor. I would say that's a different chord shape because it's used in a different context. You're not going to use it. Unlike the C and the C9, they are interchangeable. If you see a C, you can always, typically, not always, but you can typically play a C9 if you so desire. For E major to E minor, they're not interchangeable. They're quite different. So that's another chord shape. So we're up to 6 chords that he knows now. Now he's playing an A major. So he's playing an A major shape. And just like what we had with the E minor to the E major, the same is true with the A major and the A minor. So we're now up to like, 7 chords that he knows. Then he's playing an F sharp minor bar chord. So that's a different chord, different chord shape. So now he's up to 8. So he knows twice as many as what I thought he had. And then he plays a C sharp minor. I guess he would be playing it there. But yeah, there will be another shape, so that's 9. And then he will introduce a major bar chord shape from the 5th string, or whether he's playing it on the top string. That's probably another one, so maybe we could go 10. Okay, just to make sure. So pretty much declared defeat on this one. Definitely wrong. He now knows more than 4 chords.
I withdraw my accusation.
Make it rain. So we've got A minor. So he's played that one before. E minor, he's done that one before. He's actually got a B7. That's pretty cool. What's he got on the... He's got A minor, E minor. I haven't heard these songs. B7 and E minor. That's really cool. I like the sound of that. Really bluesy, really, really nice. That being the 5 of E minor, that B7 works really well. That's nice. So yeah, that's yet another chord shape that he does know. Yeah, okay. I have been defeated on that one. Categorically, Ed Sheeran knows more than 4 chords. Humbly apologise to Ed. I'm sure he's going to be sleeping a lot better knowing that Chris Maguire knows that he knows more than 4 chords. So if you found that to be somewhat interesting, entertaining at all, please leave a like and subscribe. That really helps my channel. If you want to comment, that helps the channel too. Positive comments, negative comments, doesn't really matter. It all sort of helps. Maybe not negative comments so much. But maybe if you have a cynical view on my cynical views, right, we can share cynical views together. All right, that's about me for this one. Yeah, we'll see the next cynical view. Cheers.
So shut up, practice, listen harder than you talk, and stop trying to be cool.